Just for all the ladies here that think there's a double standard, can you name one double standard that benefits men that women also don't enjoy besides the ability to have sex without consequence?
How about you answer it?
Since you were talking about it the most, actually.
Yeah, like for example, I was saying the job. I believe that there is this idea in society, even though they say if you want it done, get a woman to do it. No, I believe that this whole idea of women are emotional, women, work off hormones. Automatically, most people don't even give you the opportunity to try to do the job. They're just gonna say, man, woman, man, woman. Let me give it to a man.
Like what type of job?
Any type of job. Any type of job. Correctional officer. I mean, we're talking more career. Things that are not based on your looks.
Well, since you mentioned law enforcement, that used to be something I used to do. Are you aware of the fact that there's hiring protocols that favor women where there's female-only announcements?
By law.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like affirmative
Why they have
action.
to make that law, though?
Yeah, but affirmative action, who does it benefit?
Yeah, but I believe that the benefits or the claimed benefits that we get, first of all, there's a quota on it. Every woman is not just going to get passed along just because she's a woman. It's actually the opposite. I believe that most women are going to get turned away because they're women. And I feel like the mediocre, the little superficial things that are considered benefits, like, oh, you're a woman, you don't have to pay for your lunch, is nothing compared to the benefits that the men get that lead, like behind the scenes. It leads to power, it leads to wealth building, it leads to all these other things that I believe women don't even realize we don't have access to.
No, the reality is you do have
fault.
access to them. It's just that a lot of women choose to not have access to them because a lot of the time they're lazy. They want to go ahead and get free handouts and be treated like a lady and get all these benefits of chivalry, which inevitably puts you in a position where men give you things for free. Now, if a woman wants to work and get into law enforcement, get in these professions you're talking about that they would not get, they actually would. Because if you want to go ahead and be an FBI agent right now, there's a female-only announcement for you. There's a DEI hire announcement for Secret Service agents for women. So in law enforcement, women actually have a higher likelihood of getting these jobs. And any type of law, any type of career field that favors men, they favor the women to come in to make it more diverse. So I don't think this whole double standard thing that women always cry about, double standards inherently benefit women. That's why we have to create another standard for you guys, because you guys things. Let's be honest. The military, law enforcement, etc. Why are there two different standards? Why isn't there just one?
But like I said, I believe that's a distraction.
But the fact that that even exists proves my point that the double standards inherently benefit women. They don't benefit men.
Yeah. But those double standards are set on the fact that, one, women are not going to want to fight in the army. There's just the physical limitations that women have. I believe that there are women that say, oh, I want to grow old and go to the army, or I want to be a correctional officer. But typically women don't want to be in physical jobs, even if you're looking at an industry like trucking. If you're looking at an industry like nursing, always the women are always going to hold the bottom roles.
And why is that?
And the higher roles, because I believe it's double. I don't think it's their choice.
It is.
I don't think it's their choice.
We had recently an assassination attempt on Donald Trump, right? Who was next to him, putting him in the car?
Male and female.
But
A female.
Female.
Yeah.
A
So she was
female.
there, even though she didn't have to be. That was a choice that she made to be there, even though she felt terribly.
To be honest, it was only the men that jumped on him, though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The
True.
women didn't do shit.
But the fact is, she was still there. She made a choice to be there and be a part of that team. The fact is, that, yes, you're saying, yes, things can happen in that way, but it's just a choice.
But it's like they only think about the career, think that like women's career matter that much. It's like, look, Ronaldo, he used to date Irina Shayk, right?
Yes.
Who's Irina Shayk now? Look at Ronaldo's girlfriend, Georgina. She got 3 times more followers than Irina, and she's a professional model. She built a career based off a man's career. So it's like, if you really meet the right man, you can actually build up your whole future, like your whole life off him. So it's like, in that way, it's like, what is women like gonna run for the career? One of the
things I get so attacked for a lot of the times is I acknowledge the fact that women live life on easy mode, and people get angry at me for saying that, but the reality is that women do live life on easy mode. And I'll explain what I mean by this. A woman can choose to be a hard worker, go to college and build herself up. However, she can also choose to be smoke weed and marry a millionaire. Men don't get that choice. The same double standard that you're talking about, there's no double standard for us. It's one standard. Succeed or not. But if you don't succeed, you're going to have a miserable life. As a woman, you could be a bum and still find a guy that has a future.
Yeah, but I believe, first of all, there's more male millionaires than female millionaires.
Why is that?
Because they lazy as hell.
No, I don't believe that. I believe it's a double standard. Like me, for example. Okay.
Lazy.
I was a girl that started off doing the hard worker thing. I went to college, got my master's. I'm applying for jobs. I'm getting hired. And in every field that I worked, and I hate to sound stereotypical, but I always felt like I would get into a position and I want to work my way up.
What fields were you working in specifically?
I've done trucking, for example.
Yep.
I was an executive assistant.
Sure.
Of course, an executive assistant. never would be considered for the position of executive. Why? Because first of all, the guys who own the company, they're never even going to allow someone that is not in their bloodline or a friend or a relative to even apply for certain jobs. Me being an executive assistant was the highest position I could ever get to in that company, and I knew that. And no matter how hard I worked, no matter how much money I saved them, I'm never going to break that mold. I know, because I tried and I know the politics. But yes, you're right. So I decided at a certain point, I went on a weight loss journey. It started off as, okay, let me just get fit. Let me get myself together. I went on a weight loss journey and I realized, as a woman.
Why'd you quit the trucking?
It's pointless. I quit a lot of jobs because you realize that you're just not going to get where you want to go.
What if I told you that's a privilege as a woman that you can quit a bunch of jobs? You know how many guys work jobs that they absolutely hate because they must work it because men understand that the amount of money that they make and their title defines them? This is one of the benefits of being a woman. You're not defined by your title. You're not defined by what you do. You're not defined by how much money you make. You're defined by how you look. That's the reality. Okay? No one gives a fuck about your background and your title.
Exactly.
So here's the thing. That's a privilege, though. You're able to hold all these different jobs and leave and pick up another job as much as you want. What if we took a man and put him in your position? You know what would we say? He's inadequate, he's an idiot, he's a quitter, he's a bum, etc. Because men don't have a choice. We don't have to be like, we can't be like, you know what? I can't move up, so I'm going to quit. You know what? I'm going to go on a weight loss journey. You know what? I don't want to do this trucking anymore. Men are more willing to sacrifice to do jobs that they hate to earn money because we understand that our value is derived by how much money we earn. Women, you guys can go ahead and pursue what you guys want. Yeah. Why do you think work stupid jobs? Let's be honest here. You guys want to be artists, you want to be sculptors, you guys want to do a fashion line where it makes no money, etc. Tend to dominate jobs that are useless and don't make as much money. Why? Because women have the ability, right, being honest here, to chase their dreams without consequence. If I want to chase my dreams of be a SoundCloud rapper, etc., I'm going to deal with some consequences for that. People aren't going to respect me. They're going to say you're a fucking dead-end rapper, etc. I get made fun of for being a loser. You don't get made fun of for being a loser. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Sluts,
you get no. Hold on. Being a slut and being a loser are two different things.
No, in certain fields, you're automatically considered a slut. Like us sitting here at this table, we're already automatically considered sluts. It doesn't matter.
Honestly, can I say something?
I think. Hold on. All I'm trying to establish to you is that women have the privilege of not necessarily having to work as hard or working a job that they don't like for a career because money doesn't define you. Money defines us, though.
Correct.
So since men have a higher burden of performance to earn money, we're more willing to sacrifice our wants and needs for the betterment to make money because we are looked at as the providers and protectors. Yeah. You know how many guys out there work jobs that they fucking hate, but they do it anyway?
Correct.
Because they know that they're going to.
But women are not willing to do these jobs. Women aren't willing to be sanitation workers. They're not willing to be truck drivers, as you just proved. They're not willing to be, forklift operators and working, be plumbers, they're not willing to do construction workers. They're not willing to do these very difficult jobs. You guys want to sit in an office with air conditioning and look pretty with your makeup on. You guys don't want to do the hard jobs that pay a lot, by the way, because women just don't have the same proclivity to go out there and earn money.
I agree.
That's why y'all earn less, because you guys deserve it, quite frankly. Sorry.
That's the truth. I honestly agree with that because every person has their own. You could choose what you want to do. I know a female to this day right now is in a truck driving, and she's a female. I know a lot of females, if you look on social media, drive trucks because they want to do it. Yeah. Like you said, they do look into men background. When we get a job, they don't really look in our background. They ask for ID and keep us pushing. With a man, okay, let me see if you got a record. Let me see what you got going on. Let me see this, that, and there.
No. Because they know that he can be potentially elevated.
No, let me put it in a way so y'all can understand. For example, dating a female costs money. You don't want a nigga that don't got no money, right or wrong? Right. Did I lie?
Because money.
When he say a man will do a job that he don't want to do, only because men think differently than us. They think beneficial. They think future references. Us, we think right now, this day, what they're going to do.
I think about future too.
You say that now.
And I think
but when you get a man, and tell me if I'm wrong, Myron, female get a man and be like, oh, you got money? How can you help me? What can you do for me?
No, I don't do that. I'm offering money ever in my life.
I don't, Myra, you wasn't here, but y'all on this panel, and I've been listening for a minute as a person who been here a lot and actually learn how to learn on different sides. All y'all said y'all need a man with money, and you did too. You did.
Say that.
I didn't say that.
I did not say I
If we was to run this back, almost every female on this panel said they want a man with money.
It's okay, don't worry. I already paid attention. Hold on. Did you get divorced from a woman?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why'd you get divorced? Oh, don't worry. I've been paying attention. Why'd you get divorced from her?
I told you distance.
Distance. Okay.
Yeah, not you, but the channel. But
then you mentioned earlier that like you would be with a 56-year-old guy if he built himself up and had some money, etc. I remember you
I
were saying
didn't
that
say
too.
it was about. I said if it was hot, but money is a plus. And it's so
My
you missed
point.
that though. I said that thing about the money is because like love hurts.
So are you
whatever.
bisexual or are you lesbian? What are you exactly?
Bi-curious.
Fuck labels.
Yeah, I
No,
don't like
labels are important.
Important.
They're important.
I don't like
What are your
labels.
pronouns? I don't like labels.
What was that?
No pronouns. No.
So why is money
Hold
important?
on. I'm just trying to figure this out. So, like you said, so you were married to a woman and then you left, and you're claiming it was because of distance. Who was the main provider in that relationship?
Both.
There's always a predominant provider.
Me.
Were you? There's no way you guys were you guys really 50-50?
Yeah.
Realistically speaking?
Yes.
But you just said a second ago that you guys were split distance, which means you had to pay for your own living accommodations.
No, that would of course. Like I pay for my own, she pays for her own. That's still 50-50 in the whole relationship.
Okay, so you were paying for yourself, she was paying for herself.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not really 50-50.
That's not-
And it's like okay.
Facts.
Looking from a perspective like dating a woman and like dating a man as a girl is different. It's different.
And
It's
I was
different
actually going to get to that.
perspectives.
Men have to provide way more value when they deal with
Yes.
women than women have to.
Yeah.
That proves my point.
When you get
I wasn't disagreeing with you. I was disagreeing with her.
Like
You're disagreeing with me, but when you get married, who you want to pay your bills?
Of course, a man he
Okay,
has to.
so you're relying on a man to pay your bills. So obviously he need to work a job that he don't want to do
Why
to
would
take
he
care
want
of
to
you.
work
A
a job
successful
he
man
doesn't
can
want
work
to
a
do?
job that
Am I
he
correct
loves.
or am I correct,
Okay, you
Myron?
said that art is bullshit, right? You said art is bullshit.
Like
No,
you
hold on.
Okay.
I don't know if you just caught on. She just named the double standard right there.
She did.
Because, do you notice what she said?
What
If
did
she's
it
with a
say?
man, he needs to pay the bills, but she was content being in a
and I
marriage
was
with a
gonna
woman
make
that was
I
not
gonna
paying the
make a
bills.
statement about that.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Hold on.
That's in her
Stop.
world. That's in her world.
No. But that's a majority of women would.
No, that's not true in the black community. In the black community,
Wait, don't say the black community. Help us.
I know you don't want to say that, but I'm telling you the reality of it. So you guys are sitting here talking about finding a man with money and I want this, I want
Bro.
that. That's in your world. In the world that I've seen and the world that I've come from, women don't. It doesn't matter how pretty you are. You don't necessarily get the luxury of sitting there saying, "Oh, I want a man with this much money, so I'm gonna chill."
Okay,
No,
look,
women
look,
are
look,
working
look.
Saying I want a man like
jobs
that
out
doesn't
here.
necessarily mean
All
I
right,
get a man like that. It's just in my mind.
Stop. Okay, so number one, I just want to real quick illustrate the fact that she's totally named a double standard, and that's fine.
I like
She went
double
ahead-
standard.
Okay, but she was saying that women there's these double
I like
standards that
double
don't benefit
standards. She
women.
doesn't.
That's one right there that proves my point. You would tolerate certain things in a relationship with a woman that you would never tolerate from a man, and that proves my point that most women, by the way, would agree with you that if I'm with a man, he needs to be at least providing something. Versus if you're with a woman, you would not expect her to have the same level. Now, with you saying the black community, blah blah blah. The reality is that
I'm sorry, the lower end in terms of income. Let's not just say the black community. Let me
Okay.
rephrase
You
that.
can say whatever
I'm
you
not
wanna say.
referring to upper and middle
You can
class.
say
We're
that's
talking
fine.
about.
You can say whatever you want to say, but the
It's
reality
exact.
is if I take 100 women, whether they're rich or not, and I ask them, would you prefer a man that's a breadwinner over a man that's going to go for 50-50? Which you know what they're all going to say? Regardless of skin color? Okay, that's what we're trying to illustrate here.
that
So
part.
just because women don't have a man that's a breadwinner doesn't mean that they still don't want it and wouldn't prefer it. It's just that she doesn't
But
have the
it's not their
ability to
reality.
attract that. No, she just doesn't have the
Exactly.
ability to
Yeah,
attract
yeah,
it.